Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you a flip through of my daily journal. I keep this inside my vintage light cover from Start Bay notebooks, and this is a standard size traveller's notebook cover. So in here I've got this craft folder where I keep my underlay board, a brass Midori stencil and all sorts of scraps of paper, stickers and business cards. And this is the journal I'll be flipping through, and behind that I've got my new junk journal that I've started and also my plain TN insert. I started using this journal in April of this year and I finished it at the end of October. And I nearly always decorate my covers, but I don't tend to do it right away. As things kind of arrive with me, I get new stickers, new washi tape. I add little strips of it throughout the whole time that I'm using that journal. And inside I include any spare photos and any little bits of happy mail that I've received as well. And because it has a calendar in the front, I use a highlighter just to mark the weeks that are included in this journal insert. So I use this just to document a few lines every evening of things that have happened during the day, and I tend to then decorate and document on the right hand side, usually at the weekend, and I'll either just add a simple painting or add more writing and quotes. And on this week I'd done a wax seal workshop at Cult Pens, so I included a photo from there. And here I documented some happy mail that I'd received both from London Gifties and from Cult Pens, and I really like being able to just add some photos on that right hand side. And this amount of space feels just right. I think it's only about 6 or 7 lines, just to jot down a few things really that have happened without going into too much detail. And here I documented my daughter's 18th birthday, and then also when I went to Manchester to do some filming for my new product range. And these were some new paints that I received from London Gifties, so I often include swatches of new pens and new paints in here as well. I've then documented my parents' wedding anniversary, but I really like playing around with different stamps, different font styles, any new stickers, washi tapes that I've received. It all tends to end up in this journal. And sometimes I'll just highlight some of the words, I'll put those in a different font so they stand out for me and I can quickly see what kinds of things I was documenting at the time. And if I have more that I want to say, I'll tend to do more writing and less decorating. So that's why I tend to wait until the weekend so that I can summarise the week and think how much other stuff I have that I want to write about. This is from when we were on holiday. We stayed in a little cabin by the lake, so I took some photos of that and included it in here. And here again I've added some more photos. One's from my daughter's prom and then also a photo of my products when they arrived. I also like adding other pieces of paper, a little bit of collage, and it's definitely a great place to use all of the different stamps and stickers that I have lying around. And also if I've seen a quote that I really like during the course of that week, I'll make a note of it somewhere and then letter it into my journal over the weekend. For me, it's also a nice place to document if I've taken somebody else's Skillshare class, and if I'm quite happy with what I've created or I just want to remember and document my progress, I include photos of things that I've created from there too. And again, I think I saw this font style somewhere, possibly on Pinterest, and really fancied having a go. So a bit of anything ends up in here. And my journal doesn't follow any particular theme. I tend to pick a theme for the week, but then each week looks completely different from the one before. And this is where I was trying out some doodles. And again, a little bit more collage. Obviously I had deadlines, things like that on my mind. I like to just make really big so that I get a really good feel for what was going on that week. On this week, I remember, was very hectic. My new product range was launched and it was featured on Hachanda Craft TV. So I rang into both of those shows to be interviewed during that. And then also it was the week that my daughter moved into university. Because I found it hard when my daughter moved away. I did then celebrate that I'd done no crying at all that day. It was definitely progress. And at the weekend we went for a walk down by the river and also visited a local farm shop. And I really like just including photos of, I guess, snippets of places around near us. And this week I celebrated my book launch, so I included a photo of the cover of my book. And all of this ephemera was die cuts from my new product range. And then this was the weekend my daughter came home from university, a month after she'd been there, and we had a lovely trip to the beach together. And then this is the last week inside this insert. And I was definitely in the mood for lots of bright colour. I think it had been a really rainy week and I just kind of wanted to combat that somehow in my journal. And the paper in this insert is Clairefontaine. And I've just moved on to a new insert. This also comes from Start Bay Notebooks. And the new ones have Tomo River paper in. And I absolutely love Tomo River paper. I've literally only just started this insert, but I can't wait to see how I get on with that. And it's still the same layout, which works really well for me. And in this week's insert, I'm using some new washi tape from London Gifties, which is all Harry Potter themed and absolutely fantastic. These are some of the rolls here. And as soon as I received them, I just knew that I had to get creating with them. So I tend to set up for the week by adding some decoration around the outside, and then on Sunday I'll decide how much space I need, whether I want to put photos over the top or if all of this will be writing. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed seeing inside my daily journal. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, it'd be great if you'd leave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you really soon in the next one.